Welcome or welcome back to my channel. It is KF Glow or Financial Glow, and I'm glad to be doing another cash stuffing video for everyone. So today is I think today is May 9th, but we are going to be stuffing my fourth paycheck from April, which was my final paycheck from April. I know last video I said that in the last video that it was in my third paycheck. That was the final check of April. Wrong. It was one more final week that I did work from April. So that was from, I believe, I think that was from April 26th or the 27th to May 1st. May 1st landed on that Friday. So that was my actual final work week. So we are not fully in May, so there will be no more April paychecks. We are moving into May, and I'm glad. And I'm happy to be hitting this summer. So this paycheck amount was a total of $513.55. But I did a little tweaking. So I did have like $20 just sitting in the bank left over from another, purchase I made, which was not cash stuff. It was just extra money added. So I decided just to hold on to that and wait to add it to this video to cash stuff. So that boosted me up to around $540 even. Of course, if you haven't watched any of my other videos, I like to keep extra change in the bank and stuff even numbers. So after it brought me back up to like $540, then I redid the math. The tithes came out $60 even dollars, which left me with $480. So the original paycheck amount was for $513.55, but that's what I meant by the tweaking. After we paid our tithes evenly, we're going to be stuffing $480. So let's go ahead and get into it. Yeah, I did add this binder, and then of course my red binder. If you go watch the other video, I unboxed my two new binders. This binder, you will not see me cash stuff in this video at all, because I'm just including it into the video for decor. So we're still going to continue in order with my cash wallet, my high priority, my low priority, and savings challenges. And yeah, let's get into the video. I was so excited for this particular work week because it was a full work week, and I knew that this check was going to be my biggest check. So let's get into it. The counting. So we have 50, 20, 40, 60, 80, 150, 20, 40, 60, 80, 250, 20, 40, 50, 60, I'm sorry. Yeah, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 350, 10, 20, 30, 40, 45, 400, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 480 evenly. So we're gonna order this. All right, so we're gonna start off with my cash envelope. So let me tell you a little bit of what happened. So I did order me a new wallet, but I'm not gonna put it in the video because it's irrelevant. This one, of course, you're just gonna keep seeing because it holds my cash envelopes and receipts and stuff. The other one just holds my cards, so that's irrelevant. I'm not gonna show it. But I did order a new one off Amazon, and it looks so good. So I do have a couple of receipts that I already took out and scanned. Let me tell you where this $20 came from. So today is like Saturday, but I got paid yesterday, that Friday, May 8th. But I'm doing the cash stuffing Saturday, and we'll probably be able to upload the video today. So yesterday, me and my mother went shopping. We went to Publix, and we went to the Dollar Tree to see if we can get some balloons, some flowers, you know. And of course, you know, I already stuffed ahead of time. Like, I had already stuffed $20 toward gifts because I knew Mother's Day was coming up, okay? And we're out shopping, and she insisted that I don't overdo it. Not for her, not for my grandma. She just insisted that I did not overdo it. So I just got a card. Of course, she paid for the balloons. She got the flowers. I picked out the cake, but she got that. But she insisted I don't overdo it. So I really didn't even get to spend the $20 that was for gifts. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna be honest. I kind of got irritated because I'm like, okay, like, you're telling me not to go all out. This is Mother's Day coming up this Sunday. Of course, I'm gonna want to go all out. But hey, whatever. Any opportunity to save money, fine. So this is where that came from, the $20 that I stuffed in gifts that I did not get to spend. So, you know, not irritated anymore. I'm like, this is a plus one. I could just put it away for birthdays coming up this summer. And that's that. So I'm gonna end up I'm gonna put this to the side because I'm not gonna spend this. This is not going in a savings challenge. I'm gonna put it back in the gifts category that I unstuffed it out of since I didn't get to spend it. So I'm gonna set that aside. And yeah, so let's get into it. Dining out has nothing. I did not stuff anything for it, and I'm not gonna do it again. This is like the third or so week that I'm not stuffing anything for it, so I'm not gonna do it. Next is gas. Gas has, I think I stuffed $40 last week. Didn't get to really fill the car up, you know, so, but you know, that much. So we do have leftovers. We have 10, 11, 12, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So we have, let me see, we have 16 out of the 40 that I stuffed. So I'm gonna set this aside. I didn't actually expect to have this much left over, but it is what it is. We're gonna set that aside, the 10 and the ones. Groceries. So in groceries, again, I did it again. I was able to hold on to the whole money that I stuffed, not the $10. So I stuffed $60 last week for groceries, and ended up, I was able to hold on to it that whole week, which was, you know, good. So $10 I did spend, but the 50 I, you know, the 50 I did end up keeping. So I'm like, okay, well, we're just gonna roll that over and add on top of it. So yeah, so the 50 I'm gonna keep in there and just roll it over for this week groceries. And then let's see, miscellaneous has nothing, personal has nothing, and spending has nothing. So those were just what was left over in those categories. So let's start over. So starting out with dining out is not getting anything. Gas is going to be getting 45, 20, 40, and 45. 20, 40, 45. And that's in gas. Oops. So gas has 45. What I'm actually gonna do, the money that I took out of gas, I'm going to put the 10 back in there. I'm gonna keep the ones out and stuff that in my $1 savings challenge. So gas now has 20, 40, 50, 55. So that's a +1. We're just rolling over the 10 and just adding 45 to that. Groceries is going to be getting 20, because the reason why I'm stuffing it lower this time is because I didn't spend anything for groceries that whole week again. I'll just use $10 and we have a 50 whole leftover, so it's not going to be getting anything but a 20. So we have 50, 70, and that's in groceries. All right, miscellaneous is only getting $3. And I want to spend the dirty dollars, like the dirtiest and the most wrinkliest. So that one looks withered. That one too. That one's the brownest of the bunch. All right, so that's the $3 for miscellaneous. So we have 1, 2, 3. Personal is going to be getting a 10. And spending is going to be getting another 10. And that is it for my cash envelopes. All right, moving on to my low priority binder. Like I said, this paycheck, I didn't want to stuff too much in my low priority binder because I wanted to focus on my high priority binder, my long-term sinking funds, and mainly savings challenges. So I'm only stuffing $15 in total in my low priority binder. So the only categories that are getting anything, oh my gosh, let's pause really quick. So I added like a front, kind of like a contents sheet in the front of my binders, and you will see that they are kind of aesthetically going with the binder. So I put it in this binder, and this binder. So I'm going to pause and show you. So this is labeled low priority binder. I added the contents and all the contents that are included, and at the end, plan, save, prosper. Made these myself, so happy. Hold on, let's show you my high priority binder. So this is my high priority binder one, plan, save, prosper, and my contents. And I just love how the way I made them, I purposely made them to go aesthetically with each binder. So I'm not stuffing this binder at all because, like I said, it's blank and I didn't design what this binder was about, but I'm going to tell you what it is. So I named it Explore the Savings Wilderness, and these are the different contents that I plan on putting in this binder: plan, save, prosper. And you see how the watermark, the watercolor kind of goes with it. The color scheme, yeah, you see the vision. All right, but let's hop back on track. So I love that. Again, I saw the vision, I had to do it. So, but yeah, so that gave you a little bit of a clue of what I plan on doing with this binder. I plan on just making it a strictly savings challenge binder, not like these binders, my 100 envelope savings challenge where I stuff random numbers, or my 1K binder. No, it's strictly savings going toward vacation, going toward birthdays. So that's strictly for that. So this would be considered, I guess, a long-term sinking fund savings challenge binder, because I already have categories in my low priority binder for gifts in general, for birthdays, holidays, or whatever, and gifts. But this is like what I would naturally pull out of if I need that gift right now. These are more of a long-term savings challenge binder put toward it for the long run, for like next year's gifts and birthdays and vacations. So this wouldn't be pulled out of right now. only in here in my high priority binder if needed. So starting with beauty, beauty is not going to be getting anything. Family time is not getting anything. I didn't really have this stuff in family time at all, but we did get to spend time with my family. We took my grandparents and my cousin. We ate at Panera out to eat. Again, I did not really have to pay for that because I didn't budget for that. But, you know, I kind of did spend a little $8 for them little coconut macarons. If you haven't tried them at Panera, you have to. It's so good. Gifts has nothing, but I am putting back the money that I took out of it. So I took the 20 out of gifts, and I'm gonna put it back because I didn't spend it, didn't have to. So but this time I am gonna put a 10 toward it. So that's 20. So we have $20 and $30. So I was like, okay, well, since I have the opportunity to keep it and save it, you know, why not just put a 10 toward it? Because my grandmother's birthday is in June. No, not June, sorry, July. And so is my brother's birthday. They're both in July. So might as well just save up for the birthdays coming up this summer. And so, yeah, let me go grab a pen. All right, so I added a 10, so now we have $30 in there. All right. And then the only other category that's getting anything, looking good's not getting anything, mummy is not, personal care is not, savings is not, chunky man, because that's his weekly allowance. So the 5 is going in there. And I do not mark that because after the video, I just end up taking it back out and giving it to him to put in his wallet. So that's pretty much it for my low priority binder. Moving on to my high priority binder. So starting out with Hotline V. Hotline V honestly is getting the biggest amount. And it's going to be getting 110 because my phone bill is due in a few days and I want to stuff toward that, and then I'm going to stuff a little bit extra for the next following month ahead. So it's going to be getting 110, so that's 50, 70, 90, 110. So that's 150 and 3 20s. So let's see. Now we have 50, 70, 90, 110, 130, 140, 150, 155. All right, so let me go ahead and add that. So I added 110, and now we have 155. All right. Make sure I can actually see that. Okay. Moving on to Wheelie. Wheelie is getting only 5. I can scoop the bills up now. Okay. So Wheelie is only getting a 5. And we just have 10. Okay. All right. Moving on to debt. Debt is also getting $10. So I already stuffed ahead toward my next bill due in June for my car bill. I'm already ahead on that, but I just want to again stuff ahead. That's the goal. It's just to keep trying to stuff ahead. So we have 50, 60, 70 in debt. All right. Oh, I like how I just broke it. Okay. So that's 70. Dental is not getting anything. Emergency is getting another 10. So I no longer have $30 in here. I did have to take that out because I think sometime last week, my mother came to me and said that she needed some fluid in her car and needed to go to AutoZone or some car store and get the fluid needed for the car. And it was like $30. So that's what the per $30 for the emergency was. So I took it out and I gave it to her, and that was that. I'm gonna start rebuilding emergency, and it's gonna be getting 10. So if you don't know, I do drive. I do have my license to drive, but I do not own the car. It is my mother's car. It is her car. She pays for it. She does the maintenance, the car maintenance and everything. I just try and make sure that I always stuff gas toward it. And again, situations like that, if she does need anything for the car, try and contribute to that, again, because I'm the second most person that drives that car as well. So it has 10. There we go. So, oops, forgot to update that. All right, here we go. Got a blast is not getting anything. Household is not getting anything. We already have like $15 in there. We don't really need anything for now. The other insurance, health, is not getting anything either. So health and dental is not getting anything. All right. My $1 challenge, that's what this is for. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. These were the 6 ones that were rolled over and left over from my cash envelopes. So we're just gonna stick these in here. So now in my $1 challenge, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And I don't really use a budget tracker for this because it's not important. It's just a savings challenge. It's not something I would regularly pull out of if needed. It's just one of my challenges, so no budget tracker for that. So that is it for that. So let's pause here and do a breakdown. So in total, I stuffed $88 in my cash envelopes and stuffed only 15 in my low priority binder, and in total we just stuffed 135 in my high priority binder, and the largest amount is going toward my savings challenges. So that's going to be a total of 242 going in my savings challenges today. My 1K binder is getting 80. So is that 40? So that's 2 20s, 1 and 2. And I had to refold these another way. I folded them slimmer, but they kept like making the binder bulky and sliding out. So we are building that slowly. All right, So in my 100 envelope saving challenge binder, I'm going to be stuffing the number 9, the number 11, and the number 12 because I already did 10. So 9, 11, and 12. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And I'm not even gonna worry about uncrimping the edges of these dollars. That's not really a bother for me today, so I'm just gonna ignore that. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Here we go. Fix that. All right, we're gonna do 11, so that's 110 and 1. It's 11. And 12, 110, 11, 12. Nine, 11, and 12. I'm only gonna stuff like one more binder in this video. I have 4 to stuff total, but I'm only stuffing 2, so I'm stuffing mine and then I'm gonna stuff another one. So this binder, Chunky Men's binder, I'm gonna be stuffing 4 numbers, 8, 9, 11, and 20. So let's go there. 8, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, 9, so that's gonna be 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. All right, 11, so that's 10 and 11. All right, this is stuck. And then we're just gonna jump to 20. So it's 120. And that's it. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.